This year's Charlotte Post Top Senior travels everywhere with a day planner. That type of organization helped her achieve and maintain a 4.88 GPA at Philip O'Berry Academy. She was president of the debate team, a member of Health Occupation Students of America, Future Business Leaders of America, the National Honor Society, and the Psychology Club, AP Scholar, and also had time to volunteer for local charities. She currently attends Davidson College, where she is studying to become an OBGYN. Ladies and gentlemen, please turn to our video to learn more about this year's Top Senior of the Year, Miss Jada Wiggleton Little.
When you watch Jada Wiggleton Little present her latest project research findings to her honors science class, you can almost see a portrait of the trailblazing Dr. Vivian Thomas discussing groundbreaking infant surgical techniques with his peers. With a strong foundation rooted in discipline, a collected work ethic, and faithful walk, the 2013 Student of the Year shares a great deal with the medical giants of the past.
I remember there was this show, I think it was called Little Children's Hospital or something, and it was a 2-year-old boy who had cancer. Never heard cancer before in my life, and he just seemed so happy. And I used to watch the show all the time, and at the end of the show, they always was cured. And this was the first time I remember watching the show, and at the end, they said he died. And I just remember seeing like these people in the white suits trying to save his life, and I just wanted to be that person, because I never wanted to see a kid like that, someone so happy, just end.
As our society moves from being a culture of character to one of personality, where the loudest in the room is praised at the expense of the good idea, Jada credits her debate team experience as a turning point, helping her embrace the power of quiet influence in a world that cannot stop talking.
So when I came into high school, I heard about the debate team. I was like, I know I got this, walked in, changed my mind. I didn't want to argue. I wanted to write speeches, wanted to change lives, and like, you don't want to tell them what to do, but you just want to lend them a helping hand with your words. And sometimes they just don't listen, but to be able to go into a room and to say, this is how I feel about the world, this is how I feel about life.
When we peel back the onion that is Jada's classroom prowess and accomplishment, we find her performance is no accident, as the guiding hand of a devoted parent is at work.
As a youth, I could easily do things, and my mom was like, don't stop there. Just because you could do it doesn't mean you have to stay in that place. You could always go over and beyond. And she used to make me sit down, and she was like, you can't turn this in. She was like, no, it's sloppy, rewrite it. And I used to get so mad. 3, 4, 5 times I had to rewrite the same sentence because she didn't like the way I wrote my A. And then now I didn't get the grade I wanted, where it was a B rather than an A, because the teacher didn't like the way it looked. And then I remember, oh, my mom didn't like the way it looked either, and maybe she was right. And then I started just doing it on my own. It's just that small stumble, and you're like, oh yeah, that does make sense.
One might think that a person as academically skilled as Jada is fired by logic, but mention this to her, and Jada is quick to say that her ambition to achieve comes from a spiritual place.
Just the pure strength we have in faith gives us a push stronger than anything that science can prove. And that's one of the things science has been trying to prove. And so everything that I do, everything that I want to do, that has been all my inspirations come from that.
And her faith reminds her to be grateful to the Charlotte Post and to all in attendance today.
It's not just about the money, it's the actual support, knowing that there's a community bigger than us out there, that there's people bigger than our families, bigger than our friends who care about us. It's knowing that there's people, strangers I haven't even met before, nice to meet you, but who's actually there saying like, you're a success, we care about you, we're proud about you. And just to give a donation of money is also giving like a hand to saying, we're proud of you, we're supporting you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our top senior of the year, Jada Wiggleton Little.
Wow, that's a lot of people. Thank you so much for this honor. I can't even begin to put into words how blessed I feel to be standing here before you today. First off, I would like to give thanks unto God, for without him I would be nothing. I would also like to thank my mom, who's been my #1 supporter since she birthed me. I don't thank her enough, so I'd like to give this time to say thank you. High school and college has taught me many things. High school taught me how to balance and not push myself past my limits. It's also taught me how to stand up for myself and not be afraid to be the voice for the things I'm passionate in. It also taught me, when I first applied to the scholarship, I remember in my essay, I said that I wasn't sure what a top senior really was. Even after they told me I won, I said I still wasn't sure. So far, being in college has taught me that having a color-coded agenda is normal. In fact, some days you might need two. And it has also taught me that being the top or being the best doesn't necessarily have to be in comparison to others. We all have our talents, our strengths, the weaknesses we try to pretend do not exist. But being at the top is reaching the level of self-gratification where you are the best you can be, the winner of your own race. Most speeches include a quote somewhere, so tonight I decided to put mine at the end. In the words of author Steve Marabola, when something seems difficult, dare to do it anyways. When life seems to beat you down, dare to fight back. When you feel great, dare to help someone else feel great too. And when the day has ended, dare to feel as if you've done your best. Dare to be the best you can, at all times, dare to be. So thank you, Charlotte Post, for daring me to aim for success and for naming me this year's Charlotte Post Top Senior of the Year. Thank you.
So what do you think about our future?